Thanks for staying with us. In the midst of the Coimbatore Central Jail went on a fast this morning, but the ADGP Prisons, Mr. Shyam Sundar, denied these allegations. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, I'd like to say today about 50 prisoners, they went on some type of strike, saying they will not eat in the morning. But once they were spoken to, they have taken. And they want to make some demands. And saying so many things like the water is no good and things like that. But the crux of the problem, preliminary inquiry reveals that some of them were getting some privileges which have been cut off due to strict vigilance and also security measures. As a result, some of the so-called affluent and also influential prisoners were unable to get food from their houses and also certain special items like cigarettes and BDs. So therefore, in order to demand it, they have in the guise of, they brought some false and frivolous allegations. And some of the 2 or 3 anonymous petty also have been received. But we are conducting inquiry under the leadership on DIG Coimbatore. After that, we will take appropriate action. But the thing is, prisoners cannot keep the demand of like hunger strike to demand illegal contraband items. That we will never permit. That's what some of the make allegations. But it is being, we found the preliminary inquiry found they are false. And only because of the security has been tightened, they are giving false and frivolous complaints against even a very senior officer.
In other news now, 10,000 to 1.5 lakh rupees. That's how much you'll need to buy a baby girl or a baby boy. In fact, it would not be difficult to walk into a hospital and steal one. And government hospitals with a large movement of people every day are sitting ducks for baby traffickers. Our health reporter Nithila brings us the new measures the government is planning to put in to ensure increased security at hospitals.
Even as reports of baby trafficking rock the state, the menace continues. 70% deliveries in the state happen in government hospitals, and most babies that are trafficked are from these hospitals. Huge campuses, unrestricted entry, and no strict visiting hours only add to the problem. Top health officers met police officials to discuss security issues in government hospitals.
Committee has been set up of hospital representatives or police officials. They will go into the measures. Already we discussed a number of preventive measures, and then within next 10 days they will decide about the steps.
The officials have now decided to step up security and control access to put a stop to these kidnappings.
We are considering to provide ex-servicemen security force in all our maternity wards. We will install closed circuit TV system, and we should also introduce system of biometric system, especially after the child is born. Immediately we should take the fingerprint of the child and mother, and we should keep it.
Police officials say there is a definite nexus between unlicensed childcare homes and suspects lifting babies from government hospitals. Of the 12 children rescued last year, 6 were stolen from government hospitals. 853 of the 2,054 childcare homes in the state continue to function without a license. Police officials have now been asked to conduct raids to check child trafficking and illegal adoption. In Chennai, Nithila, NDTV Hindu.
Now, apart from such cases, cases of medical negligence have not been really forthcoming, but it would change. The Supreme Court has recently ruled that expert evidence is no longer a precondition to file a case of medical negligence. Consumer activists have hailed this decision. They say they will bring in more numbers before the courts. Supreme Court Judge Ganguly's recent judgment upheld the District Consumer Forum's decision in the V. Kishan Rao versus Nikhil Super Speciality Hospital case. This is good news for patients aggrieved by wrong treatments. The verdict said expert evidence is not a must to prove medical negligence.
Again, Supreme Court has made a consumer forum as a working mission. Earlier, in the last 3-4 months, in the medical matters, number.
Though the petitions will be allowed, consumers need to get expert evidence during the course of the trial.
To provide the speedy, inexpensive, immediate relief to the affected victim or the consumer.
The doctors are not happy with the judgment.
It is a regrettable judgment, unhappy judgment for doctors.
The judgment may be a boon for victims of medical negligence, but it is something hard to digest for the community of doctors. In Chennai with Peer Muhammad, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu. Now, if you plan to visit Pasha Discotheque tonight, don't be surprised if you find a part of the parking space in ruins. The five-star hotel and the city corporation are now locking horns over a dispute on how much space the park can keep or let go to the commissioner. While the city corporation is on a drive to ensure no buildings in Chennai flouts the open space reservation norms, many buildings are under the scanner, including the powerhouse in the state to the head office of the DMK party, the Anna Arivalyam. For now, this five-star hotel has got a stay order from the High Court.
The remains of the compound at the park after the city corporation demolished a part of the parking space, claiming the hotel has not handed over open space reservation land to the city corporation. After the mayor said the area would be converted to a public park, the hotel has now got a stay order, claiming there is a mistake in the calculations made by the corporation.
The extent of the OSR land that has been stated by the corporation has been basically overstated. It's far more than what it actually is. APJ Surendra Park Hotels has moved an appeal in the divisional bench of the Madras High Court, and we've been granted a status quo as it stands.
The corporation is, however, disagreeing and say they will go full force on many buildings with regard to the open space area. According to the rule, every building can have only a specific area as open space. Anything more than what is allowed will be taken back for public use.
It's a fact. It's available in the gift deed, so it's nothing which has to be argued or negotiated. We take a lot of OSR. I mean, the last week also we've taken 80 OSRs. The old cases now one by one we are sorting it out.
The hotel administration says they are willing to give the OSR land, but only half the area the city corporation claims, which could be worth around 30 crores at the present market value. The High Court will now decide if this spot in Nungambakam will adorn a new public park soon. In Chennai, Ramanathan for NDTV Hindu.
Now, even after the World Classical Tamil Conference ended last week, the Chennai Corporation also this time keeping up the heat on shops and businesses that are yet to display signboards in Tamil Nadu are acting. The corporation's ultimatum ran out 10 days ago.
It was disappointment for all those who thought the corporation's drive to enforce signboards in Tamil would lose its momentum after the World Classical Tamil Conference. In the continuing drive, workers tore down signboards that were not in Tamil. Even state-run liquor outlets or Tasmac shops were not spared.
நேற்று வரை 4012 வணிக நிறுவனங்களின் பெயர் பலகைகள் அகற்றப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இன்றும் கூட அந்த காரியம் எல்லா இடங்களிலேயும் நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இப்பொழுது படிப்படியாக 100% வணிக நிறுவனங்களின் பெயர் பலகைகள் என்கின்ற அந்த பெயர் பலகைகளில் தமிழ் என்கின்ற அளவில் இன்னும் ஒரு சில நாட்களிலேயே வந்துவிடும் என்கின்ற நிலையில் இன்றைக்கு காரியங்கள் நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது.
But most businesses in Chennai, including showrooms of international brands and star hotels, have all displayed their names in Tamil, carefully translated to match the English version as closely as possible. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Now, in other news, the mystery continues around the death of a student at St. Joseph's College in Chennai. While he's believed to have committed suicide, the police have not confirmed this yet. But the 20-year-old's parents say that he could have been murdered. Our crime reporter Salim brings you the story.
The death of engineering student William Gary left his parents shattered. His father, an ordinary LIC agent, did everything that was possible, hoping someday his son would become a rocket engineer. William was found dead in the toilet of his hostel room, his neck choked by polythene. His college has maintained a strange silence.
அவன் எப்படி இருந்திருப்பான் ஒரு 2 டேஸ்ல வந்து எப்படி பையன் அப்படி முடிவுக்கு அந்த முடிவுக்கு போறான் அப்படினு தெரியல. அது எங்களுக்கே வந்து என்ன டவுட்னே தெரியல. என்ன டவுட்டாவே இருக்குது. 5 லட்சம் ரூபாய் செலவு பண்ணிருக்கோம். எப்படி within 2 டேஸ்ல அந்த பையன் இப்படி ஒரு நிலைமைக்கு போறான் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு டவுட்டாவே இருக்கு சார்.
After preliminary investigation, the police have ruled out that it's a case of ragging. But definitely the case cannot be closed, with so many questions remaining unanswered. The college where William studied has suspended classes till Thursday, fearing violence by fellow students, while the victims' anxious relatives waited for the postmortem report to solve the mystery. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV Hindu.
Now it looks like there's more trouble lined up for actor Vijay. His new movie, Kavalkaran, has run into copyright issues. Johnny Thomas, the producer of a Malayalam movie, Bodyguard, which is now being remade into Tamil and which is Kavalkaran, is directed by Siddiq. Johnny has filed a case today at the Saidapet High Court claiming that the rights of Kavalkaran were never given to Siddiq in the first place and that he had already pledged the rights of the movie to someone else. Well, still ahead on the bulletin, he is 55 years old and still juggles with 10 movies at a time. What's the secret of his energy? Find out on the other side.